Hello everyone, welcome back to Death Stranding for PC. Let's go ahead and get back to things. So we just got to the distribution center. Let's see, I think we can just leave right away. I think we've done everything at the end of last episode, or last part, or whatever.
Isn't what we agreed on. You said you'd do everything in your power to save BB.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you it's for the best.
Says the woman in the mask who's done nothing but lie to me.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID.
Sam, there's something I forgot to tell you. It's about managing your BB stress levels and reducing the risk of autotoxemic attacks. There are a few things you can do if your BB starts showing signs of distress.
Such as?
Such as take a moment to look after it. Cradle the pod, gently rock it, that sort of thing. Out of curiosity, how's it doing at the moment?
Before I answer that,
Something wrong?
when I hook up my BB, I see things.
What kind of things?
Like a face, someone I don't know, calling to me. There's this room, too, with other people talking, but I can't make out the words.
Bleed-through effect. Didn't I warn you about this? You're mistaking the BB's memories for your own. They're false flashbacks, nothing more. Let me explain. A BB is harvested from its steel mother at around 28 weeks and placed in a pod. To be clear, this is before it's even born. The procedure halts its development. But even at 28 weeks, its sensory systems have matured enough to process external stimuli. It is more than capable of encoding this information into memories, which can bleed into yours via your connection.
So who's the man I saw?
Someone from the medical team, maybe? Or a BB technician? Does it matter? The BB has been in circulation for a while now. It's been handled by a lot of people. How should I know which one made an impression?
'Cause you're the expert.
No one's an expert, Sam. BBs were developed decades ago in secret. They're your quintessential black boxes. We may use them, but we don't truly understand them. Believe me, I've been trying to learn more, but almost all of the old records are gone. If I find anything out, I'll tell you, all right? Dead man's honor.
Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Welcome,
Oh.
Sam Porter Bridges.
I got some likes from placing ladders. People are pleased with me. Okay, left bumper and then down. And then soothe.
That's okay. It's alright.
Aw, that's adorable. He's laughing little hearts.
Sam, check the delivery terminal and review the list of orders.
Yeah, I'm going. Okay.
While you're resting, I ran some network diagnostics. Beryllium monitoring and holographic systems are nominal. Unfortunately, our printer is offline. I know. After all the trouble you went through to bring us those materials. This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught that porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site, which is smack dab in the middle of their territory. Don't suppose you'd be up for stealing us our property back? Can't think of anyone more qualified than you.
Okay. So collect crystals or recover the interface. This seems like it's more important, so let's do this one first. Oops, I did it wrong. Listen to briefing.
Sam, the area around that distro center has produced a significant quantity of chiral crystals. Matter of fact, that's where the chiralium used in your Cupid's internal circuitry came from. They have a range of applications, including equipment fabrication. Bottom line, they're a valuable resource and one you'll want to make the most of. I'll let Hartman explain in more detail, but chiral crystals don't exactly grow on trees. If you see any deposits, you should go out of your way to gather them, especially since folks with dooms are the only ones that can, provided they have the necessary equipment, that is. I'll see that it's added to your supplies for this order.
Okay.
Sam, it's Hartman. Following the discovery of the beach, we not only began to observe heretofore unseen phenomena, but a new type of matter, chiralium. I say new, but it has doubtlessly existed since the dawn of the universe. We believe it was always there, like dark matter and certain particles, ever present, yet overlooked because we lacked the capacity to see it. Chiralium appears to be unbound by the constraints of physics as we understand them. It can stop time or move contrary to it. On occasion, it even defies gravity. In practical terms, it can stop or even reverse time and causes objects to float. A special cylindrical case is required to collect and store it. Suffice it to say, the procurement of samples is vital to our ongoing research.
So I was just looking at the map, and it's sending me up into the mountains for this one, when Mule territory is back here. But whatever, let's go ahead and do this one first. Collect 1 CG? I don't know. What is that? A CG? Centigram? That's a weird way of... Yeah. Weird unit. And we're only going to accept that one. We'll do the other. We'll come back and get the other one.
Mama's added a watchtower schematic to your PCC. If you don't have it on you, consider fabricating one. You never know when you'll need to recon an area.
Alright. Alright, I don't think I need a PCC. Like, I'm not seeing the virtue of a watchtower. Let's put that in our locker. And let's put one of our climbing anchors in the locker. Our boots are still pretty good, but might as well replace them. Here, equip these. And let's just throw these away. Or put them in the locker, I guess? I don't know. I can't. Doesn't seem to be a throwaway icon. So we got a couple ladders, an anchor, or 3 anchors. And sure, we'll get this X grenades number 0. A capsule containing Sam's condensed bodily excretions. Has a noticeable effect on BT, so the only way to find out what the effect might be is to try it. Non-lethal anti-BT weapon. Alright. Well, we're nice and empty. Maybe we'll be able to find some more stuff on the way back. Boots are a porter's best friend
That
achievement.
thing you're holding is a crystal collector. As the name suggests, it provides secure storage for any crystals you gather.
Allow me to describe your quarry. Chiral crystals appear gold to the naked eye and are frequently found in formations resembling human handprints. Surrounding rocks and debris tend to float a few feet above the ground. And they are most commonly found in areas with high precipitation.
Great.
Got all that? Rain, floating rocks, golden handprints. That's your trifecta. Look for these 3 things and you'll find the crystals. If you've been especially observant, then perhaps you already know where to look.
Order assigned. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
BB looks happy.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
I mean,
Sam,
there's stuff right here.
Chiral crystals are pretty small and can be difficult to spot with the naked eye. I'd advise you to use your ultra deck to point you in the right direction. If you want to survey a wider area, though, you might consider building a watchtower and relying on its sensors.
No, does our ladder like start getting messed up? No, cargo. Yeah, even our ladder is getting messed up just from the rain. Oh well. There. I'm not gonna go and fight the... Well, okay. We should go and throw the thing at them. To figure out what it does. Rainbow. Duck. There. I totally know what those already are. Yeah. Let's find one and throw it at it and see what happens. This doesn't seem the safest thing to do, but that's okay. Oh. It's going away a little? So maybe that's a way of like making them leave? It's not disappearing. Maybe that's it. It makes them... I don't know. Did it disappear? It disappeared. Okay. I don't know. Let's just get a bit more chiralium and then we'll leave. Missed. Alright, let's get out of here.
The Death Stranding's to blame for all of this. The gazers, the fall of America, everything. It warped the world beyond recognition. Humanity had to scramble like rats fleeing a sinking ship. But there's nowhere else to go. There's no future living like this. If we're to survive, we need to find another way. A way to overcome the BTs, the Death Stranding, the whole damn mess.
Let's just see what's in here. No cargo. I can only donate stuff. Nah. I like it. Let's go ahead and extend this ladder a little bit. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Almost tripped. Gotta, you know, part of the community and all that.
Over here! Hello!
This one's for you. Thanks for the help.
Thanks for the help. Do I have another ladder? I do. I'm just gonna grab a couple things. Those are all going back that way. There's nothing that's just for what's it called? For the distribution center.
That's a big one. Nice.
Oh no. Never mind. Never mind. We'll go some other way. Whoa!
It's a close one.
Oh dear.
He's toppled over.
I need to stop running when I've got cargo. I say immediately begin to run. Maybe try to run less.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID.
Sam, hydrocrystal deliveries are a little different from usual. The process is pretty simple, though. Access the delivery terminal to drop off any crystals you're carrying.
Recycle? No, unless you put in 100. Okay. That's weird that it floats up like that.
Got some chiral crystals for us? These crystals only form in places with elevated chiralium levels, which makes me wonder if expanding the network had something to do with it. Damn, son. That is a lot of crystals. Maintenance and R&D will both get their fill, looks like.
Chiral Crafter. Container repair spray. Okay. New interview data, Chiral Symmetry and Chiralium. Chiral crystals can now be used at all UCA affiliated facilities. Affiliated facilities is a tricky thing to say. The amount of materials that can be used at the distribution center west of Capital Knot City has increased.
Excess chiral crystals can be deposited at any facility. They'll be added to the stores held on site. These local stores include materials that you can draw upon to fabricate equipment as needed.
New materials are available. Recycling weapons, equipment, or materials at a facility will increase the amount of materials available for use, which we can then use to fabricate stuff. The People's Porter.
Good work, Sam. It seems your connection level is increasing. As your connection level increases, larger quantities of resources will be made available to you at our facilities.
We're like unlocking things right and left. Increasing your connection level with a facility will allow for more materials to be stored there and will make more materials available for use. New functionality may be provided by bridges, and you may even receive a gift. I got new hologram data, Bridges Guard Macho. And I got an achievement. Gain access to a level 2 or higher structure and then customize it. Some of the facility's bandwidth has been shared. Okay, more structures can now be built. And the amount of materials I can use. Well-connected achievement. We're just getting stuff right and left. Like, I think I got 3 achievements for completing that quest. Four. Pleased someone else. That's from the overnight, more than anything else. We get it at 10 though, so okay. You have been awarded the title of Skilled Handler. Continue to strive for greater recognition. You have now achieved Delivery Volume Grade 10. You can carry more cargo.
Oh, before I forget, this is for you.
That's container repair spray for patching up cargo containers. Good for dealing with timefall degradation and all that. Useful stuff if you and your cargo have been through the ringer. We've added it to your supplies list, so it's readily available if and when you need it.
Okay. Can be sprayed onto a restorative and preservative that can be sprayed onto cargo containers in order to repair damage and improve the resistance of the container. Can only be used on cargo containers. Will be less effective when used in the midst of a timefall shower. Try to find shelter first. Okay. How do I do this? Let's just back out of this entirely.
PC.
There is a correlation between elevated Corellium levels and increased crystal formation. This may well be the result of the network's expansion. You needn't worry though. Local chiral density is still within an acceptable range. If you find any more, be sure to collect it. You'll be well rewarded.
If you come into more chiral crystals, you can submit them at one of our facilities. And you can deposit other resources too, along with any items you don't need. Everything has its value. What we don't use as is can be broken down into components for R&D and other applications.
Okay. Okay. Now let's deal with stuff. So we have resins. Oops. Wait, how do I mark it? Select multiple. Resins, materials, the used grenades, more resins, and then more crystals. I can't do more crystals. Never mind. Do it! Why isn't it doing it? Yeah, okay, there you go. It's all in the cargo to recycle. Okay, it's just in our shelf, then. We just need to move it. Can I move this? I can move some of them, apparently. Okay, so we're maxed out on chiral crystals. Resins and metals are about at 60%, 80%, 70%. Okay, I can also grab stuff if I wanted to, which I do not.
Looks like some cargo has been transported to its destination on your behalf.
Oh.
You can access the share locker to collect it.
Cargo entrusted by other players to be delivered by their fellow porters can be claimed from share lockers. So this is going to Capital Knot, Way Station. So I could just steal some ladders if I wanted to. But I can just make my own ladders. I kind of don't want to take them. Okay, before we take on a new order...
Thank you for your contribution.
It did say there were some new things. New tips. Yeah, the number of chiral crystals, we saw this. It's just saying what the icons are, which we already know. It's pretty obvious. I guess, what was our old weight? Was it 120? And now we up to 125? That's a pretty meager increase, but I guess, you know, every little bit. Recycling. Container repair. Spray. Connection levels. Repairing cargo containers. The contents cannot be repaired. Only the container. So there's like a point where you have to stop and repair the container, otherwise the contents will begin to get hurt. Okay. Interviews. Chiral Symmetry. The word chiral comes from the Greek chir, meaning hand. Compare your left with your right. They seem similar in both size and shape, yes? Now face your palms away from you and place one hand over the other. Their shapes do not overlap exactly, but place your palms together and voila, a match. It is as if one hand is the mirror image of the other. But again, if you were to actually compare the mirror image of your hand to itself, we would see the two are not identical. This is the essence of chirality, the state in which the mirror image of a shape does not match the original. I thought it was about how it can't be rotated or transformed to match the original. But whatever. It's been theorized that BTs are mirror images of ourselves. Were we to exist in the same point in time and space, our shapes, as it were, would not overlap neatly onto one another, save in reflection. And when our particles meet their opposites, a void out occurs. The new form of communication we have devised utilizes beaches, which are akin to mirrors reflecting this world and the other, hence the term chiral network. You would like to know more about chiralium? Well, wouldn't we all? I'm happy to present the latest theories, but you must be aware that this is all they are, theories. Chiralium, like dark matter, was born along with our universe and has existed ever since. Just not in a dimension we were able to perceive, until now. It is the beach that gives us access to that dimension, and with it, knowledge of chiralium's existence. Not just knowledge of it, of course. We have since observed it coalescing into crystalline form, and recorded measurable physical and mental effects on individuals exposed to it. It has reshaped our understanding of reality, and proven instrumental in the formulation of the multiverse theory of beaches. Chiral matter is not affected by the passage of time. As far as these particles are concerned, none has elapsed since the Big Bang. Little wonder they escaped our notice for so long, until Man and BT first came together in Void Out and left nothing but Corellium in their wake. Interesting. Many of these claims are yet to be verified, but I believe that this is a fair summary of the scientific community's current consensus on the matter. No pun intended. What pun? On the matter. I get okay. that one escaped me for a little bit. I shall soon be heading west with the first expedition, and I look forward to learning more about Corellium and its connections to the beach along the way. So Hartman is to the west. He's not back at the base like Die Hardman and Deadman. Interesting. He's off with Amelie, perhaps. Alright. So this is recovering something from MULE territory. Tell me about it.
Heads up, Sam. Distro Center staff's got a favor to ask. Probably best I start from the beginning.
This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught the porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site, which is smack dab in the middle of their territory. Don't suppose you'd be up for stealing us our property back. Can't think of anyone more qualified than you.
So no BTs. It's just a river, some steep slopes, and mules. So we don't have to worry about ghosts. Recover the chiral printer. Mules suffer from drone syndrome and won't relinquish stolen cargo easily. And they're giving me some PCCs. They really want me to build those towers. I'm skeptical. Place some private locker. I need to craft some stuff too. But okay.
Order assigned.
I want some ladders. Unable to fabricate. Oh, right. I'm gonna. I'll give it back later. No, I can't. There's nothing in the shared locker. I thought there was just a moment ago. No, I was just in the wrong place. Never mind. I'm just gonna grab a ladder or two, and I swear I'll give it back.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
So it's this way?
Hello?
It's quite up. There. The terrain in this game, I mean, it's very pretty. It's really well done. It doesn't quite look real, but that's okay.
Weapons restrictions lifted. Call it a rule or a habit, but most mules almost always bring stolen shipments home with them. Find the post box, steal back the cargo. Simple as that. But be careful. These guys are armed. If this goes sideways, be ready to fight.
Well, I'm not armed. I have no weapons. So just attack to knock them unconscious. Equipping strands. Equip a strand. A strand can be used to quickly and silently render enemies unconscious. Hold left trigger to ready, right trigger to bind. Okay.
Remember, Sam, before you approach the mule drop site,
Yeah.
recommend you use a watchtower to confirm the location of the post box containing our cargo.
I mean, we can see him. He's right there.
Mule drop sites are rarely deserted, so remaining undetected is key. Keep a low profile and move slowly to minimize noise.
Hiding in the grass. Okay, are you coming this way? There's two people. I don't think he's coming this way. What is that? Sandalweed. Okay. Temporary footwear. We're getting all Assassin's Creed on this. Okay. Huh. I thought there was some guy closer than that. He must have walked right away. Whoa! He's really close. Just turn around, dude. Come on, dude. Maybe? Oh dear. Oh dear. Nope.
You've been spotted by a mule. Find somewhere to hold on. Look around and trust your instincts.
Can I bind you? Can I bind you? Come on. How do I? Okay. Oh. Oh dear. Gotcha. Okay. So they've got ladders and boots, but they're mule stuff. I don't want mule stuff. I don't see any others. Ooh, there's a cave. Look at that. Oh, there's another one. And he already saw me. I'm not here. He knows I'm here. But I can't, like, tie him up.
Been busy? Seems all the mules in your vicinity have been incapacitated.
We're gonna look in the cave in a moment. Let's just get the thing we need. Infiltrating a mule camp. Crouch. Crouching will help reduce the sound of your footsteps. Yeah, it's a nice little camp. Okay, this is the thing we need. There's a whole bunch of other stuff too. This is going to distribution center, distribution center. Yeah, we should grab all these. And I might as well take some climbing anchors and all this stuff. We're quite heavy. We're overburdened. We can't carry all that. What should we put back? Let's put back these metals. Yeah. We're still heavy. We're not able to carry these performance-enhancing beverages? No, we should definitely take that. Yeah. Okay. Whoa! Can we get across this? I mean, it seems so small. Okay. Excuse me. So this would be a way we can come and be more stealthy, I suppose.
At least I'm getting my steps in.
This would let us sneak right into the center of their base. Ooh. Memory chips.
Sam, if you stumble across any memory chips on the road, be sure to submit them via the nearest terminal. There's no telling what kind of rare and valuable data they might contain. You're sure to make someone very, very happy with your contribution.
Yeah, this is definitely unwieldy. Let's grab this extra ladder. We can carry a few more pounds. Someone liked my sign. Thank you. Ah, there's strands. But I think that those are the ones that are behind. They're like back towards the river. We don't need to go that way. Come on, pick them up. I think we scared them away. Oh well. Yeah, we don't need to go that far. Look at all this destroyed stuff. I like your thing. Thank you.
Mules. Damn addicts chasing a cargo high. Ain't we gotta deal with their bullshit at all. Back in the day, AI did everything. Deliveries were handled by unmanned vehicles and drones. And all
Slow
we had to
down.
do was sit back and let them work. It was revolutionary. Damn near singularity. No reason for it not to take off. But it didn't. People didn't like it when we took the human element out of a service industry. So, after some consideration, put it back in. Made jobs no one really needed and gave them to folks who couldn't live without them. And from there, it snowballed. Now we got cults of cargo-chasing crazies who get off on hijacking shipments. Jackal's always on the lookout for the next porter. Make sure you're not him.
So it's literally a cargo cult? Except for not really, I guess. Alright. Yeah, I think that if they tried to introduce that in the world of the coronavirus, it might have been more well received, taking the human element out of the service industry.
Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
That seems awfully close. Like, I'm betting there's ghosts, like, right there. Oof. Well, luckily we're not going that way. So when it pops up like that, I don't need to hold it all the way. Like if I do hold this shift left the entire time, I'll end up like almost overburdened to the left. I just have to tap it a little. Do it.
Time to get that chiral printer in working order. Sorry to push you through so much trouble, but trust me, it'll be worth it. Excellent. The unit doesn't have a scratch on it. Never doubted you'd come through for us.
Ooh.
Sam, how are your shoes holding up? Not too well, I imagine, conditions being what they are out there. Nothing ruins your day like shoes falling apart while you're on the job. Carry on like that, and it's only a matter of time before you injure yourself. I've arranged for boots to be added to your supplies. Bridges standard issue, so they ought to fit you fine. You should always carry an extra pair. But if you forget or run into trouble, you can fabricate another via a terminal at one of our many facilities.
Okay. New interview data. Okay, we'll look at that in a moment. Bridges have been added, or a new structure. Bridges HQ has added data for a new structure, the bridge. Small bonuses. What? Look at that. Delivery volume barely went up, and we just delivered so much stuff at once. Oh well.
See you around.
Congratulations, Sam. I understand you now have access to a chiral printer. An extraordinarily useful device that can only function because of the manner in which our network utilizes the beach, enabling us to transfer massive volumes of data instantaneously. Since under normal circumstances, such transfers would take hours, if not days, some have speculated that the chiral network might, in essence, be a time machine. That it is transmitting data into the past. Suffice it to say, we have yet to fully grasp the fundamental nature of the network and the beach which we have come to rely upon. One might liken our relationship with it to that of primitive mans with fire. Is it useful? Quite. Is it dangerous? Undeniably so. Nevertheless, we have decided that the reward outweighs the risk. Furthermore, as the BTs are linked to the beach, it stands to reason that further study and experimentation could be of considerable benefit. The same can be said regarding you, of course. Rest assured, I will keep you apprised of what I learn. You have my word.
Good work.
We still have a lot of stuff.
Please access delivery terminal.
Okay, share the memory chip data. A thirst for knowledge.
I'd just about given up on this. I owe you one.
The following data can now be viewed via your cufflinks, the Seven Samurai.
Thank you for your contribution.
Okay. But I still have a bunch of junk. It's probably materials. Yeah. Resin, metals. And we don't need to watch this every time.
Thank you for your continued support.
Okay, let's put these back. Not claim, not claim. Donate a couple ladders. Let's put 3 ladders and a climbing anchor in. Just because, you know, I did take something out, I should pay it back. Giver of gifts.
We've added a bridge schematic to your PCC. The first step is laying the foundation, after which you'll have to supply additional materials to finish the job. Plenty of rivers and canyons could do with a good bridge, you know. Take a stroll across one you built yourself, and I guarantee you'll be glad you made the effort. Give it a try.
At some point, not now. I wanted to replace those ladders. And a climbing anchor. Do I need repair spray? Depends on the job. Let's not do anything yet. All right. So we got 2 ladders. We have way too many climbing anchors. What am I doing? Here, let's put these in our private locker. They're light. It's fine. Okay. Alright, let's go check out those new unlocks.
Good morning, Sam.
$22. Mostly tips, I imagine. Anything we missed? No. Tall grass. Mules are hooked on making deliveries and are only interested in cargo. If you're not carrying cargo, they'll ignore you completely. Interesting. So if I were to drop... Well, no. If I wasn't carrying cargo, and they still came and got me. Although I suppose they didn't really come and get me. I attacked them, and then reinforcements came. Using strands. I think it's funny they call it a strand instead of a rope. Dodging close range attacks. So left trigger, right trigger, and A. I literally just spammed punch when I saw him. Oh well. Tackles can be useful for breaking an enemy's guard. Attacks from the front can be blocked. And throwing cargo. The cargo takes a large amount of damage when used as a weapon. Bridges requires metal 800. Sandalweed, memory chips. We saw. Okay. The memory chip we found, there is a bunch of them. Oh, I wonder if did we miss all of these? Or are they not in like order? The Seven Samurai, a classic work from Akira Kurosawa, who became, alongside Godzilla's Ishiro Honda, one of Japan's most globally acclaimed directors. The movie developed a huge cult following worldwide, and its story was retold in the Hollywood classic The Magnificent Seven. The image of the villagers hiring the Seven Samurai in order to protect themselves strikes a chord with many preppers, living as they do without the support of an organized nation-state, and making this a classic, old copies of which are much sought after. Okay. Looks like we got statues, movies, some sort of amphora, cars or motorcycles. No idea what this is or these. Necrosis and the ancient Egyptian view of life and death. The Egyptians believed that we humans were composed of two elements, the Ha and the Ka, the body and the soul. Various texts expound upon their nature in detail, but perhaps it is simplest to conceive of them as follows. The soul is that which joins with the child in the womb and gives life to the body. It is also that which departs the body upon death. Ergo, the body is simply a vessel. Should the soul return to it, it will live again. That is precisely what is observed in near-death experiences, a soul separated, albeit briefly, from its body. The Egyptians believed death not to be an instantaneous change of state, but a process by which the soul moves from one realm to another. But this process itself has changed, thanks to the Death Stranding. In the normal order of things, when death occurs, the soul vacates the body and passes into the scene. From there it transitions to the beach, and only then onto the world of the dead. But after the stranding, a soul that has already made its journey to the beach may attempt to return to its body in this world. It was hard to believe at first, but the process of necrosis provided proof of this phenomenon that was difficult to deny. This is why it is imperative that we burn the bodies of the dead. The body must be destroyed to sever the link with the soul. Only then will the soul be free to journey to the world beyond. There's some real religious overtones to this game, and very obvious political commentary in terms of the social networks, abortion with the BBs. Anyway, the chiral network. So the core infrastructure is complete. The basic Cupid-ready chiral network setup is good to go. Now all we have to do is connect Central Knot City to Capital and prove that it actually works. Sadly, I won't be here to see it. I've been assigned to the expedition team's second group, so I'll be heading west with the others. Oh, so you're way over to the west also. Interesting. Huh. But the people in charge here are the best of the best. I don't know if I believe that. So she says she's part of the second expedition. or the expedition team's second group. So she's still part of the first expedition, so she's west. Maybe. Anyway, but the people in charge here are the best of the best. They'll have the network operational inside of 3 years, just as planned, I'm sure of it. And while they're seeing to that, we'll be visiting towns and whatnot across the country, and putting the facilities in place for when things are finally up and running. Amelie and the others in the lead group will be forging the connections and laying the groundwork to make sure everything goes to plan. Afterwards, we'll just need to link it all up with operational cupids, and that should be that. It's kind of like the Apollo missions back in the day. They used a 3-stage rocket to get to the moon, right? Well, we're using a 3-stage process to do something almost as revolutionary. That's a lousy analysis or metaphor or whatever. It's like, I remember someone was telling me once that they were making some stupid point about sociology, and they said, look, you can evaluate everybody by these 4 measures, and we know this is true because if you look at the atomic state, there's like 4 different ways they can be configured. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? I might have been describing this wrong. Anyway, it was a really stupid point, as much as that one was. It's been, how many years ago? Rap, please. 2 years ago. It's been about a year now since we came here with the rear guard. The first folk through did us the favor of setting up the chiral relay and patching things up before we arrived, so we're doing alright. Not so sure about everyone else, though. Folks back home sound kind of freaked out. We don't know what's going on in Central, or Capital, let alone how Amelie and the others who kept heading west are doing. But something doesn't feel right. What's more, a lot of the guys have developed some kind of agoraphobia. Like the thought alone of going outside scares the shit out of them. See, the distro centers and the way stations around these parts aren't like the ones back east. They're much more isolated, out in the middle of nowhere. It's like a 20-minute ride from here back to Capital Knot City. Or, yeah. Or is it Central Knot? Which one is the one that blew up? Capital or Central? Anyway. Can't help but feel cut off from the world, and there's not a lot of staff on hand either. Which means you often have to do the work of 2 guys, which can make it much lonelier, too. And then you factor in the terrorism rumors. Also, is it just me, or does it feel like there's more mules out there these days? Don't get me wrong, I know they're not out to get us, all they want is our cargo, right? It doesn't change the fact that they're not making our work any easier. Especially since a lot of these guys used to be first-rate porters, and could run rings around us if they hadn't, you know. Still, for now, the network systems are up and running, and we're just holding out for the day when the second expedition comes through with a working Cupid. Till then, we'll keep things chugging along. That much we can do. For bridges and country, am I right? Alright. Now, this game does have quite a, a well set up, interesting lore to it. Yeah, let's take a shower. Yeah, I'm skeptical about those. He gets dressed really quickly. BB!
Bo.
Boo!
Tired, huh?
Aw, poor little dude. Alright, we're at the hour. Let's take a break here. We'll continue next time. So thank you everyone for watching. Till then.